Hi, I'm Emily with Tiny Arrows Creative. I am a junk journaler and a jewelry maker and a dabbler in all the crafty things. I'm a mom and a wife and a sister and a daughter and a friend and a Christian, and I wear a lot of hats. But many people around me have encouraged me to start a YouTube channel. So here I am. This is my first video. I don't feel qualified enough to give tutorials yet, but I thought maybe you would want to craft along with me. So here we go. This is a junk journal that my daughter and I, well, she made her own actually, and I can show that to you. This is hers. It's so pretty. We made these junk journals at our cabin. I took a few papers along with us, but then we went to a thrift store and I scoured the shelves and saw what we had in our cabin for books that I could tear apart. Hope that's okay. And we made junk journals. We just finished sewing them here at home because I don't have a sewing machine at the cabin. And I added some little tabs last night. This is medical tape, fabric medical tape. It's vintage, I believe. And that's one thing I haven't seen done yet, which is kind of fun, that I thought of it myself instead of getting an idea from someone else on YouTube. So this is my little journal. I added this pocket last night. And I think I'm going to put this little tag in it. Vintage stuff. I watercolored this poppy and then it looked weird, so I doodled over it and it still looked weird, so I put stickers over it. And that's what being creative is all about, right? You just change it and you add and you make it your own until you're happy with it. And if you're never happy with it, maybe just start over. Or cover it up. You can always cover paper with other paper or paint or markers or stickers or anything. So these journals, oh, and I made these little paper clips with paper clips and yarn and ribbon from Dollar Tree, just tied on. And I think it adds a cute little edge to my journal. We have pockets. We have coloring pages. I don't know what this is called. I guess ledger, maybe. Some sort of record-keeping book that I had. I added this pocket last night as well. I don't have anything to put in that yet. Beautiful florals. This was, I'll show you in the front. Because a junk journal, as you know, you fold the pages in half, you have the back and the front. This I printed on my printer onto newsprint that I bought at Hobby Lobby. We've got just papers and school writing papers and music paper and a map. This one's got a pocket folded in it. Some grid paper, flower paper. I don't think I have any coffee stain paper in here yet. Nope, but I can add that. And I'm planning on putting an envelope here. Maybe I'll put a coffee stained envelope there. So our plans for these journals are to make them hiking journals. I should show you the back as well. You see that? Little tag in there. In the front, I have a daughter and 4 boys, so I joke that this is her telling them what's what, like normal. A single arrow is easily broken, but not 10 in a bundle, or in our case, 7. I have 5 tiny arrows in my quiver, and I am very blessed. So our plan for these is to keep track of all our hikes. We've begun hiking a whole lot in the last year or so. And we have so many pictures and in some cases little maps and brochures from different state parks. And we have all kinds of little, maybe a pressed flower here or there or a leaf. And we're planning on junk journaling our hikes. Put photos in here and maybe journal about what we liked about that day or something. This one, I have hope because this is a little Poppy, and it says Poppy in it to represent a baby that we lost named Poppy. And I always like to have her integrated in my life because she'll always be a part of me. And that's that. So now I had all these plans last night of what I wanted to put in it. But you know, sometimes the best laid plans are put to rest when you sleep, and then I wake up and they're all gone. But I did start on this last night. I just took a strip of paper from a book and folded it up like this. And I am thinking about maybe putting pages in it to be like a little sort of, not matchstick notebook, but something similar to put in there. So let's see. Let me move this out of the way. What's this? What's this? I have all sorts of little snippets over here from when I was doing tags. That would be cute. Maybe that one. Ooh, here's a pink one. Oh, here's a thick pink one. Yeah, I like that. I'll put that one behind here. So I like to make these little notebooks sometimes, put my journals, and I can write a quote or a date or just something fun that I liked. But this pink one's going to need to be torn down, which is fine. And then I need to locate my stapler. Because I could sew it, but nah. Why? Staplers are great. See, we've got some coffee stain paper here. I used a doily on top of that. This, I just dripped coffee onto this piece. This is coffee stained. I like to dip it in brewed coffee with instant coffee mixed in. Dip it, put it on a lined baking sheet, and I bake it till it's dry in the oven. Oh my, I almost forgot. Stick it in here. I got all excited. So I'm a little bit of a scatterbrained mom, and I'm sure other moms out there can relate. But stuff gets done, and it's okay. See? So I just stapled that in, and this closes. I think I'm going to put a brad here maybe, and some string, and we can tie it up perhaps. Let me think about this for a minute. No. Yeah. That sounds good. It is unusually quiet in here. Usually I have kids running in and out, but I kind of warned them. When the door is closed, please do not come in unless it is an emergency. So I just heard a kid outside, and they're all old enough. So all my kids range from 8 to 18, so they're good to be running around and take care of each other when I'm not able to be there or something. They're really great kids. Let's see. I think I like this pink one, even though my flowers are purple. That's okay, right? Yes, it is. You know why? Because it's my project, and I said so. And when you are a junk journaler, you can make it however you want to make it. Let's see. I got a hole puncher. I think this might be too big for my brad. What to do? I have a tiny one, and then I can just force it. Maybe that's what we'll do. Yep. I like to follow Pam at the Paper Outpost. So shout out to Pam. And she always says to craft with reckless abandon. So I suppose that's what I usually do. I don't have, you know, a method or anything, but isn't that what artists and creative people do? They just kind of do what works for them, and that's what I do. I do what works for me. Let's see. What do I want to tie this off with? Maybe, do I want to do lace, or do I want to do string? Let's see. What do I have for lace? I love to buy these little lacy what are they called? I want to say they're like a lacy bias tape, or like some sort of a trim, I'm not sure, from thrift stores. Sometimes they're already aged a little bit, and they're really, really inexpensive, for inexpensive, because this is junk journaling, right? So we want to pick inexpensive things to journal with and to make things out of. And we make things out of found things and vintage things, and I do buy new things too, but I prefer to use old junky stuff. Reuse, repurpose, recycle, right? We've got to take good care of the earth that God's blessed us with. So I'm not a huge environmentalist or anything, but I definitely believe that we should be good stewards of what God's given us. So that is the goal. I'm trying to figure this out. I don't want to cut more than I need, but I like this a lot. Do you like this? What are your favorite embellishments to make? This one, maybe I'll do shorter. Maybe I should tie this in a knot. You think? Nah, it'll stay. And I'm going to use my fabric scissors for this because it is indeed fabric, I suppose. Lace is fabric, right? And wrap this around. Sorry, I did not realize I was off camera. See, I told you I'm a newbie. You'll have to be patient with me as I learn the YouTube ropes. And I would love to know who your favorite junk journaling crafter on YouTube is. I have a lot. I really like Joey Defee, and I really like Pam. And oh, there are a lot. Oh, anyway, that's kind of cute. You think? Yeah, I think so. So I'm going to stick this in a pocket somewhere. Let's see. Didn't I just say that there was a pocket back here I needed to stick something in? Oh, maybe I'll clip it to a page. Yeah, this will be cute right there. So sometimes I make embellishments ahead of time, and sometimes I make them as we go, like this, because I just thought that would be pretty in this journal, and I sort of started it last night by finding that piece. I have this piece of coffee stained paper. It has a little bit of glue on the back that I think I'm going to make into some sort of a window card or window something, and then clip it in somewhere, maybe with a pressed flower from a hike or something. I have all these tags. Let me grab them over here. All these tags I made recently. Let's close this up. And, oh, hello, surprise flower. Oh yeah, it's just a little stamped image on a coffee filter. I make my family keep all of our coffee filters. And I stamp on them, and I use them for layering, and I make labels out of them and all kinds of things because they're really beautiful and a little bit translucent and already coffee stained. So why wouldn't I? So when my husband makes coffee, he just rinses out the filter and puts it aside to dry. Or children, they're all trained to save the things for me, and I use them a lot. So I have these tags that I've made recently. This little burlap ribbon I got from Dollar Tree. And I have old maps and music paper. I got the inspiration from a YouTuber. I can't remember. I know a lot of them do like a collage type tag. So that's where I got that from. I did like a whole page of just a background and then cut out all my tags. I used like a pre-made tag, and I laid it on and cut it all around, and then layered on different things like interesting font and music paper, and then images. I made these little faux postage stamps. There's a sticker. These are from a Sears Roebuck catalog. Got some stamped things. This is on some packaging, or not packaging, but some brown paper a friend wrapped my birthday present in, so I reused that, which was really cool. These are from Dollar Tree, these little ribbons. This was on a coffee filter. Can you see that? Stamped image on a coffee filter, and then I cut it out. It's sort of translucent, almost looks like washi. It's really pretty. I just use a glue stick. This one, I think this was a sticker from Dollar Tree, and then I watercolored things. Then I cut out my watercolor images so that I can glue them on other things. And then there's these little hole reinforcers. I get white ones, and then I like to use my distress ink on them and stamp different random things, and then I use them in my projects. Oh, look at this little baby one. Isn't it cute? I struggle with leaves, so I practice a lot. And then I cut them out and glue them to stuff. More faux postage stamp. Some ribbon from a thrift store. They're backed on. I remember now what I did. I glue pages. So this was a map. I don't know what these were. Maybe a dictionary page onto manila folders. See? And I glued the page to the manila folder all over. I think I used a glue stick, so it was simple. And I think I went and, I guess that's a tutorial I could do sometime, how I do it and what I think works best for me. But glue the page to the manila folder, cut out all your tags, and then you can decorate them. It's almost a little bit of mask making. Here's some more of this little ribbon I get from thrift store. I just love that so much. Oh, this is a moss ribbon. Can you see that? A mossy ribbon from Dollar Tree. I believe it's real moss. It falls off like crazy when I sew it, but I think it's really cool and it's worth the mess. Some more. There's one of those hole reinforcers. I don't use them to just reinforce holes. I use them as stickers. And those are some practice sleeves. And I got this burlap little ribbon. Oh, where is it? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. See, I am new. From Dollar Tree. More leaves, more moss. They're really all similar. Oh, there's some moss falling off. That's okay. I don't mind. Oh, they're really similar. Oh, there's that same image that was on that coffee filter before. I stamp on all kinds of different paper. I'll do a stack of different types of paper. I'll pull out from my stash, and then I will stamp the same image on every piece of paper several times. And then my daughter and I will cut or tear them out, and I will have them set aside to add them to things. More. These little faux stamps, they were all from like one, it was an art book, I believe, and they were all one big art image, and I cut them all out and then made them in a faux stamps, put them on dictionary paper. There. That's a map. That's from a fishing trail map or something. Whoops. More. See, this is a coffee filter I stamped on and cut it out. I just love that they're a little bit translucent. These were little images I got that I thought were stickers, and they weren't. I was really irritated from eBay. And then I thought, you know, I'll make them into faux postage stamps. I didn't post or stamp any cancellation on them yet, but. And then I'll take watercolors I don't like or something and maybe write on them and cut them out. You can reuse everything. I mean, really, this is a staple. My daughter and I took a watercolor lettering class, and that was just a practice thing. Nothing like nicely done or anything, but you can reuse all that stuff in your junk journal. So I do. I don't know why I put a leopard on there. I think this is one I was giving to my son for his junk journal because he likes all that kind of stuff. Tigers and leopards and whoops, all that. Trying to reach around my tripod here. Or this one is stamped. See, it got all smeary. That's okay. You can still use it. This is denim. My son cut off his jeans to make shorts. So I kept it and I use it on my tags. That's okay. I really like reusing things, so more watercolor and reuse stuff. Redeemed by Jesus. Watercolor, moss, watercolor, floral. they're all similar, but a little bit different. And then I like to sew around the edges and do a little zigzag on the edge. I can't remember where I first saw that. I know Joey likes to do that on hers, and I don't remember who else, but I really like that idea. This is actually an iron-on hem tape. And I didn't do anything on top of that one, just punched a hole. This was a stamped onto, printed an image off, a map off the computer, coffee stained it, and then I stamped labels all over it and cut them out. Just busy work while we're watching TV or whatever like that. Oh, there's a different topper. That ribbon's from Dollar Tree as well. More watercolory stuff. Oh, this is a sort of a washi that I made with my sticker maker. I just stamped, whoops, there it is. I stamped on, I believe, coffee stained leftover paper where I had like the edges that I tore off or something. Stamped all over it, ran it through my little sticker maker. What kind of sticker maker do I have? This. This is Iron Create a Sticker. So I just cut strips that fit in here and then run it through. And then you have like a tape, a sort of tape. And that was pretty thick, so I just tore it in half. And I used half on top and half on the bottom. Reminder to praise the Lord. Hope. God is my hope. And my sewing machine has this cute little leaf stitch I love. So anyway, I don't know why I just took like all that time to show you those, but I make a lot of things like this ahead of time. You know, I'll sit down and I'll at one time glue the paper to the manila folder, right? So that's all during one time. Then I will come back another time when I have a little bit of time here, and then I will cut all of them out at once. And then another time I will collage them all, you know, lay out, you know, 6 in front of me or something and collage them, and then move on to more. And then another time I will maybe add some stickers. Well, maybe I do that during the collage time. Another time, then I will go back and sew them all and add the toppers. You know, there's just, you don't have to do it all one time. You can make elements of what you're making, you know, in stages. So people say, I don't have time to craft. Well, you know, you could have maybe 15 minutes to an hour here or there to do one component of it. Maybe glue all the pages to your manila folder or whatever. You could, you know, collage 5 cards in 10 minutes or something, you know, in between different jobs around the house or your job outside of the house or whatever you're doing. There is time between other things, and I find that time helps keep me sane, helps me be a better mom and a better wife, and it helps me feel more calm in my life when I can take some time here and there, little bits out of the day, and create something. A lot of my crafting is done. We homeschool, so while the little boys are sitting here, I'm in the schoolroom / closet where all the boys' dress clothes are, and the craft room. This is a room of many talents. We'll be sitting here, and I have 2 boys sitting at the table with me, and while they're doing their busy work where they don't need my help, but they need me nearby for the next thing, I can craft something. I can, you know, collage a few things, or I can make some stickers, or I can cut out the little stamped images or something like that. So finding little snippets of time here and there. You know, everybody makes time for what's important to them and for what's a priority, and this is a priority to me. It makes me happy, and it gives me time to listen to audiobooks and sermons and the audio Bible, actually, a lot. It gives me time to pray. It gives me something to do that's not a huge time commitment while the kids are doing their busy work, where I don't have to leave them and go into another room and do it, because we all who homeschool know that those kids will not stay on task if you are not right there. So a lot of my crafting is done while they're doing that stuff. Anyway, this was quite a bit longer than I expected, but it's my first video. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Maybe subscribe I don't know what's coming up, but maybe it'll be fun. And then if you don't like it, you can unsubscribe later, right? What's the hurt? And hit the notification bell. And like the video, please. And don't dislike it. If you just dislike it, just move on. You don't have to click the dislike. I don't know why people do that. Anyway, this was far too long. Have a great day. Be blessed and craft on.